Hi, Dave Barlow here. I want to talk to you today about strings. Unbelievable. Strings, right? Just a simple thing. Where's my strings? Okay, I got some strings here. Let's get them. Oops. Anyway, so strings, right? Strings. I use these strings. I'll tell you the reason why. I'll show you in a little while. I'll do a screenshot thing. There's three types of people. Three types of guitarists, the way I see it, for strings. And I know I'm laughing because it's funny, right? There are guys which string the guitars up and just leave the strings on forever until they break, and they'll just change that one that's broken. Or there's some guys that will go, okay, I need to change them at specific intervals, like, you know, once a month or once a week or whatever. And obviously it depends, you know, how much you play guitar and all this kind of stuff. And there's always going to be people saying something completely different what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm telling you my experience. My experience is, if you're playing guitar a lot and you're gigging a guitar a lot like me, I put a new set of strings on every time I do a gig. Now, for some guitarists, they might not need to do that. I mean, I just rock through strings like crazy. So my point is that every guitar player has a different reason why he uses different types of strings. There's some strings that you can get which have got some covering on them, and they apparently last forever. I remember watching a Phil X video, and if you've not heard of him, check him out, it's so cool, right? A Phil X video, and basically he says, yeah, clip-tone strings, they're really cool, and they last forever until they break. And that's what he says about them. So, you know, they break, strings break, that's what happens, whether you got something on them or whatever. I mean, Scott Grove says he's got these Elixir strings, and he says he's never broken one. Well, I've never broken a string either, because I restring my guitar every time I play a gig. I never break a string at a gig ever. But so the first problem you have, so if you're like me, I'm not saying you are, but if you are like me and you go through a lot of strings, it's going to cost you a lot of money. I mean, high street prices for strings, you know, are really are incredibly high if you're restringing, you know, once a week. Maybe you might be restringing two guitars. I only restring one guitar. I only use one guitar a week. Anyway, so I digress. Point is that how can you restring your guitar before every gig, and be able, you know, and make it affordable? Really simple. You buy in bulk, right? Well, you don't necessarily have to. So, which leads me on to the next section of the video. I'm going to take you to a section where I'm going to show you a couple of places where I buy my strings from. And I get them like cheap. One's like, I don't know, I think it was $250, but it's like $265 or something like that. And they're perfectly okay. And also where to buy these strings as well, and get these for like, I don't know, $350 a set. I mean, which is a massive saving. I mean, if you're only bass players, if you're only bass players, you can get like strings, these, which my son uses because he plays bass in one of my bands. And he uses the bass ones of these. They're like £8. And they last him, I don't know, 6 months. So I don't know, they got to be reasonably good strings. They stay in tune, they don't break any quicker than any other strings. So these strings I'm going to show you in just a tick, you know, do all these things. But while I'm going to show you that, I'm going to show you some other stuff as well, just briefly, because there's so many things I want to cover. But I'm going to show you some stuff. We'll just see how it goes. Anyway, let's see how much time we got. We'll see. See you on the other side. Okay, this is where I get strings from. Well, one of the places I get them from here too. I go to www.stringsdirect.co.uk. I'll put the link in the description below this video so you can see. So at the moment they cost, I don't know, $350 a set if you just bought one set. So you can actually buy multiple sets here, but don't do that because they can't do their maths. It's actually cheaper to do it the way I'm going to show you to do it, because it's, I don't know, you work it out for yourself. I mean, you buy 12 packs, $39.99. But I'll show you something. Right, so I use 946s. Right, so let's click on that, and I'm going to go for 10. That brings the price to $2.99 a pack. Okay, so you add that to your basket, and then you can just, you know, so 10. That's like £3 a pack. I mean, that's like really cheap. So that's like 30 quid. That's it. I think I get free shipping as well. Or do I? Can't remember. Anyway, total is £29.90. I mean, you work the maths out. That's really cheap. That's really cheap for a packet of strings. Anyway, another way to get a packet of strings
is these people here. I use these people a lot actually, and I'm going to cover this in another video, because like really there's some really important stuff you need to know on this website that can really change the way your guitar sounds. But I'll come back to that in another video. I wanted to show you about strings. So if you go to axtech.co.uk, Axtech, I'll put a link in the below in the video anyway, so you can see axtech.co.uk. Yes, I know there's some other places where you can get guitar parts from, and yeah, they're good, but this guy seems to be kind of like consistently good, whereas some of the other guys aren't consistently good across the board with their gear that they sell. This guy is. You can go here and you think, it's a bit cheap, but for some reason the quality is still good. Whereas you can go somewhere else and you think, it's a bit cheap, and you get it and the quality is really bad. But this guy, I know, and you know, it doesn't pay me to say this, I'm just telling you from experience, you know, what's happened to me. Anyway, so accessories, strings, pick a set of strings. I think he's out of 10s at the moment by doing this video, but he'll have them soon. Let's just pick a set of strings. I don't know, pick a set of 11s, for example. Just one set. Oh, he hasn't got any of those. How much are they? Yeah, $2.75. He doesn't do bulk deals, I don't think. But let's just double check. Yeah, $2.75. So, you know, good, another good string. It is a good string. Personally, I prefer these, but if you don't want to buy in bulk, these are good too. You don't have to buy 10. You can just buy one pack. So if you know, obviously, if you're a little bit short for cash, you can buy one pack. I'll show you. I think it charges a little bit of delivery, but let's just double check. I know this is probably boring. You could do this anyway, but I just wanted to show you. Give me one. Give me that. There you go. Okay. So yeah, they charge you, I don't know, shipping £1.95. So you're paying £4.70. So it's worth getting 5 or 6 packs or 3 or 4 packs of strings. It's still loads cheaper. Loads cheaper. As far as bass strings are concerned, I think you have to go to Strings Direct. You can get bass strings, legacy ones. I can guarantee, I'm telling you, these strings are good. They don't go out of tune, they don't snap easy, they sound good, they've got a nice tone. They're as good as any other string. They're probably made by the same people. There's probably one factory that makes all the strings, you know, and they just brand them on the way out. That's probably what they do. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what I think, because I can't find a difference between one string and another. Anyway, that's my take on strings, and that's how you get some really dirt cheap strings, but good quality string.
They're as good as any other string. What can I say? Put some comments in the box below. Tell me if you've got any questions about strings. I'll try and give you some answers. Catch you later.